Now, November marks 1 year since former Zimbabwean leader Robert Mugabe was forced to resign after 37 years in power. New President Emmerson Mnangagwa promised to improve the country's long-ailing economy. But as Columbo's Mavhunga reports, some Zimbabweans say nothing has changed.
After holding on to power for nearly 4 decades, Robert Mugabe finally gave in to military-led pressure and street protests and resigned in November last year. Zimbabweans like this 29-year-old had renewed hope about the future. But since graduating with a bachelor's degree in archaeology from the University of Zimbabwe, he hasn't been able to find a job. Now he sells hair accessories and does makeup in a store in Harare Central Business District, far from what he expected after studying 5 years at the university. A year on, Omali Magama says he feels betrayed by the system he believed would help him achieve his dreams.
The era that we thought had come, yet not come. It's actually, the other side of the same coin. It's still the same coin, but the other side. It's still the same bus, but with a different driver. Nothing has changed in Zimbabwe. Nothing has changed for us.
Not all Zimbabweans share Magama's views, and some believe President Emmerson Mnangagwa has taken positive steps. Tafadzwa Mgwadi, a supporter of the ruling ZANU-PF party, believes Zimbabweans need to support the president's initiatives.
Those who regret having taken part in showing Robert Mugabe and the G40s an exit door are people whom I would run out of words to describe them, because certainly if they were thinking that soon after Robert Mugabe and then the country will start flowing milk and honey, that's not it. In any case, every country that has gone through these transitional processes knows that it has to work. Everyone has to put their shoulder on the wheel in order to ensure that we help the president achieve his vision, which vision is to our collective benefit.
A year after Mugabe's resignation, Zimbabwe is facing an acute economic crisis. Prices are skyrocketing amid shortages of both basic commodities and cash. Also, Zimbabwe's human rights record, abysmal under Mugabe, has gotten worse since November 2017, according to the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. Analysts blame the government for the slow implementation of critical constitutional reforms.
It is quite difficult to pinpoint where exactly are we headed. You talk of the citizens, they are bearing the brunt the most, especially with the economic meltdown. You talk of the prospective investors, not even quite sure where to start from. You talk of the donor community and international relations-wise. All the stakeholders are literally saying, let's wait and see where these guys are going. But there's no clarity whatsoever in terms of the direction which Zimbabwe is taking. Actually, the general feel is that in being desperate for change, an individual was sacrificed, but the system remained intact.
While Zimbabweans celebrated the ouster of Robert Mugabe, 1 year later, many say his system remains entrenched as Zimbabweans continue to grapple for survival. Columbo's Mavhunga for VOA News, Harare.